Have you ever stopped to think about what lies behind a cup of coffee? That beverage which awakens our senses, accompanies us at every sunrise, and provides the energy we need to start our day. But beyond being a drink enjoyed by millions worldwide, did you know that the process behind every cup of coffee is both fascinating and extensive? Today, we will break down everything that happens during the production of instant coffee, from its harvest to the moment it reaches your cup. Get ready to discover how a simple coffee bean transforms into a beverage that truly makes a difference. Coffee, like many other foods and drinks, has a unique history, refined over centuries of tradition, technological innovation, and human effort. We often take it for granted, unaware of the dedication and passion hidden behind every cup. By following the journey of coffee, we come to understand why this beverage is so beloved across the globe. Step 1. Harvesting the coffee bean. Coffee begins its journey in plantations located in tropical regions near the equator, where warm climates and frequent rains nurture the coffee plants. Although this crop may appear modest, it is extremely delicate. The coffee trees require rich, mountainous soil to develop properly. The harvesting process is the first crucial step in the production chain. Not all coffee berries ripen simultaneously. Therefore, workers must carefully pick each one by hand to ensure that only the ripe berries are selected. These red berries, when harvested, encase the beans that will eventually produce the coffee. For the best quality, each berry must be chosen at its peak ripeness, because this directly influences the bean's flavor. The work of coffee growers is arduous and demands deep knowledge of the coffee plant. Patience and experience are needed to differentiate between berries ready for picking and those that should remain. This is especially important in the production of specialty coffees, where bean quality is paramount for an exceptional taste. Once harvested, the berries are transported to processing facilities where they are cleaned to remove any residues. Machines separate impurities and unwanted parts, leaving only the bean for further processing. The bean's quality largely depends on the efficiency of this initial cleaning stage, as any impurity or defect can alter the final flavor. Step 2. Initial processing. After harvesting, the next step is processing the berries. In this stage, the outer husk of the fruit is removed to extract the coffee beans. This can be done by one of two methods: the wet process or the dry process, depending on the region where the coffee is grown. In the wet process, berries are immersed in water and pass through specialized machines that separate the bean from the fruit. This method preserves the bean's quality without altering its natural properties, though it requires careful control to prevent contamination. Additionally, the large volume of water used makes this method more expensive and sometimes less sustainable. In the dry process, berries are spread out on large surfaces and left to dry in the sun while being regularly turned to avoid spoilage. Although this process takes longer, it is more economical. In some regions, both methods are combined to optimize quality and yield. Once cleaned, the beans are dried until they reach an ideal moisture level of 12%. This step is delicate because if the beans dry too much, they lose flavor. Typically, the dried beans are stored in sacks and transported to processing plants for the subsequent steps. Step 3. Roasting. Roasting is the process that brings coffee's flavor to life. The beans transform from plain green seeds into aromatic, richly colored treasures. Roasting not only changes the bean's color, but also alters its chemical composition, developing the characteristic flavors and aromas we love. This process is carried out at temperatures between 180 degrees Celsius and 240 degrees Celsius. As the beans heat up, natural oils and gases are released, generating the aroma we cherish. During roasting, the water within the bean evaporates, increasing its volume by approximately 30%. Roasting is not uniform. There are various levels, from light to dark. A light roast preserves more of the bean's original traits. highlighting fruity and floral notes, while a dark roast produces intense, robust flavors with hints of chocolate and caramel. Each roast is designed to suit different types of coffee and brewing methods. Step 4. Grinding. After roasting, the beans are ground. This step is essential for brewing coffee, as the grind must be tailored to the preparation method. For example, filter coffee requires a coarser grind, whereas espresso demands a much finer one. The grind size greatly influences the intensity and flavor extraction. If the grind is too coarse, water will not extract all the flavors. If it is too fine, the coffee may become over-extracted and bitter. Furthermore, the type of grinder used plays a significant role. Blade grinders produce particles of varying sizes, which can affect extraction, while burr grinders provide a more uniform grind, ensuring better quality in the final cup. It is also crucial to minimize the time between grinding and brewing, as freshly ground coffee quickly loses its aroma. Ground coffee should be stored in an airtight container in a cool, dry place to protect it from moisture and oxygen, both of which can deteriorate its quality over time. Step 5. Extraction and concentration. This is the stage where the coffee's flavors are released. Ground coffee is mixed with hot water in a process called extraction, which dissolves the oils and aromatic compounds, creating a concentrated solution that serves as the base for instant coffee. The resulting coffee extract is dense and concentrated, with a strong flavor and aroma. This extract is further concentrated in large tanks to achieve the perfect balance. Not too strong, not too weak. Once the desired concentration is reached, coffee experts perform a series of tests by cupping samples and making fine adjustments, ensuring the final product meets stringent quality standards. At this stage, adjustments in acidity, sweetness, or body may be made to achieve the ideal balance. The concentrated extract is then filtered to remove impurities or unwanted particles using high-precision filters that allow only the cleanest liquid to pass. After filtration, the extract is stored under controlled conditions to maintain its freshness and stability, preserving both flavor and aroma while preventing oxidation. Step 6. Freeze drying and drying. After concentration, the next step is freeze drying. This advanced dehydration process involves freezing the extract at extremely low temperatures, followed by the removal of water through sublimation, where water transitions directly from solid to gas without becoming liquid. Freeze drying preserves the delicate flavors and aromas of the coffee, while ensuring that the instant coffee retains its properties during storage. This process transforms the extract into small granules or powder that can be quickly rehydrated with hot water. Freeze drying is essential because it retains the volatile compounds responsible for the coffee's distinctive aroma. Other drying methods may cause the coffee to lose these compounds, resulting in a product with diminished flavor. In some cases, an additional method called spray drying is used. This method sprays the concentrated extract into a stream of hot air, rapidly evaporating the water and forming fine coffee powder. Although faster and more economical, spray drying may not preserve the flavor and aroma as effectively as freeze drying. Finally, whether freeze-dried or spray-dried, the coffee undergoes rigorous quality control to ensure it meets the standards for flavor, aroma, and texture. Once approved, the instant coffee is packaged in airtight containers to protect it from moisture and contaminants, maintaining its freshness until consumption. Step 7. Packaging and distribution. The final instant coffee is packaged in jars or vacuum-sealed bags to preserve freshness and prevent moisture absorption. Packaging is carried out under controlled conditions to ensure that the coffee's flavor and aroma remain intact. The distribution process is global, involving an efficient supply chain that ships products to stores, supermarkets, and cafes worldwide, enabling millions to enjoy their coffee conveniently. Many companies now adopt innovative packaging solutions, using biodegradable and recyclable materials to reduce environmental impact, and even smart packaging that indicates freshness through color changes on the label. Packaged coffee is stored under optimal conditions, with temperature and humidity strictly regulated to prevent deterioration. Inventory management systems track every batch from factory to point of sale, ensuring timely and efficient delivery. Global logistics networks, including land, sea, and air transport, navigate customs regulations, taxes, and trade barriers so that the product reaches consumers without issues. Were you surprised by everything that happens before your coffee reaches your cup? From harvesting the bean to freeze drying, every step in coffee production directly influences its final flavor. The next time you enjoy your instant coffee, remember that behind every cup is a detailed production process ensuring its quality. Share your thoughts in the comments and join us in appreciating the journey of coffee.